So this is the math 112, pre-calculus algebra, section 8. My name is Konshalu, and I'm a faculty member of mathematics at A&M. I will be the instructor for the course. I got my PhD degree in math in 2008 and then joined A&M since then. I've taught basically all the math courses. Here, most of them I taught in person and online for different courses. I have 17 years experience of college teaching and online teaching. For this semester, we don't know whether we're going to do it in person or online, but for the first week, our class will be virtual on Zoom. And whether it will be in person for next week or not, we still need to wait to see how the university says. At this point, we just meet on Zoom. Just for your reference, my office is in engineering building at room 257. In case you need to, visit my office. I still don't have office hours because the schedule has not finalized. We don't have a schedule determined. The schedule is still changing. It's just temporary. Because students are still registering for the class, so some of the class will be merged if this class size is too small or canceled even. And other sections of courses will be opened. Then the schedule will be adjusted, obviously, and that will change the schedule for each instructor. So we cannot have office hours posted. Once everything is fixed, then we can give you the office hours. I can give you the office hours. Maybe in a couple of weeks, I hope. I love music. I love to play web games. So at spare times, I just do a little recreation, Any questions about myself, about me?
No, sir.
All right. So why don't we just go to the syllabus? This is the major thing I want to discuss today. Can you see the syllabus page? Okay. Our class will meet 3 times per week from 1 to 1:50 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For the first week, we just meet on Zoom. I'm going to send you the Zoom invitation as I already did for today. If we are to teach in person on campus, then a classroom will be assigned to us. And so we need to wait for that. This is a pre-calculus algebra math 112. So the prerequisite for the course is math 11 or acceptable placement test score. Okay, so that's probably intermediate algebra, I guess. The textbook we use is College Algebra 8th edition by Hoffman Nation. And I usually don't require students to buy the same book, at least the same edition. You can buy early edition by much cheaper price, even for the first edition, for example, maybe just $10 or something, or less even. Or you can use another similar book, even you don't have to use the same book because the material are essentially the same. But I strongly recommend you to buy a book. It is hard to learn math without a book. You need to understand material, you need to read them. You need to practice. My email address is my first name dot last name at amu.edu, just like you guys. And phone number 256-468-1557. You can also call me if you got any questions to ask me. Okay, so about this course. Excuse me. This course covers the algebra of polynomials, rational, exponential, and logarithmic functions, algebraic equations, linear and quadratic equations, linear and quadratic inequalities, systems of equations and inequalities, and the binomial theorem. Additional topics may include matrices, Cramer's rule, and mathematical induction. Okay. So this lists a lot of information for this course. We may not be able to finish all of them, but we're going to complete most of the topics here, and you have learned some of the basics about algebra before, but we're going to go much in depth for those topics, and some of the topics you may not have been covered before, like inequalities, for example. So we just discussed those materials in pretty much detail, especially the polynomials. How to find the solution for a polynomial equation. We know how to solve linear equations and the quadratic equations, but how do we solve cubic equation and so on, those things. So you have a lot of materials that never seen before, and this is not an easy course. For some of you guys, this may be the terminal course in college. There'll be a lot of things that you need to learn fresh. All right. Okay. Student learning outcomes. The student should be able to solve and graph linear equations and linear inequalities. Okay, so one of the things people need to learn is how to graph. Graphing is very important and convenient, powerful tool. But a lot of people still don't know how to read the graphs even. So one of the goals in this course is just to train you guys to graph some simple equations or functions at least. And you should be able to solve graph and apply quadratic equations to live applications problems. Okay. And you should be able to make the connection from arithmetic to algebra. Okay. There seems to be a little typo in here. I don't know why. You know. But graphing is the important part of this course. And then solve equations algebraically or analytically. Class format. Students are expected to attend every class session and complete all homeworks assigned following each lecture. We don't know how much homework for the course will be. It really depends on how we deliver the course. But we're gonna have quizzes and tests. I'm gonna talk about those things later. Student must have university authorized excuse to get makeup test. If you miss a quiz or test, you need to show me the official document excuse. All cell phones must be turned off during the class time, and the cell phone cannot be used as a calculator. Students that are doing poorly in the test and quiz are encouraged to visit my office, student office hours, to get extra help. Okay. You can, contact me in different ways. If you think visiting my office in person is not convenient, you can send me emails. You can call my phone number. I will give you the email address and my phone number. Or you can ask me questions during the class or after class, office hours, and so on. Okay, so course outcomes. General learning, students will be able to understand that working in the real world requires both thinking and doing. All right. When you have a real world problem to solve, it doesn't give you any mathematical equation or anything. Those problems are called the word problems. You are given a real problem, you need to formulate it. You need to set up the equation and solve it. And that's also part of the procedure. And it requires critical thinking. And you also need to understand mathematical concepts, and that's also critical. And then you should demonstrate a proper mathematical vocabulary and terminology. Okay, how to read the equation, for example. There are some mathematical terminology you need to learn and demonstrate a competent mathematical skills. Okay. Different schemes, methods we're going to discuss in the class, in the course. Okay. What is the analysis, problem solving? You need to demonstrate critical thinking as required for all the math problems. Demonstrate the ability to solve real-world trigonometric problems. I don't know how much we will deal with trig in this course. But we'll see. And solve right triangles. Okay, we got a little bit of triangles, using Pythagorean theorem, for example. And then you tend to convert the angle measures between degrees and radians. So that looks like for the trig. Okay, maybe not too much in this course. All right. The next thing is services for persons with disabilities. If you have some requirement, some need extra help from us, from me, just contact me and we can accommodate it. All right. Attendance policy. Okay, a student is permitted one non-excused absence for each credit hour generated by the class. For example, 2 absences are allowed in a 2-hour class. So our class is 3-hour classes. We meet 3 times a week. So you can miss 3 times of classes for the whole semester. But I strongly recommend you not miss a single class. Okay. Once you miss one class, it's very hard to catch up. That is true for any math class, not just for this class. Tutorial assistance. Tutorial assistance for undergrad courses can be obtained from the Tutorial Assistant Network, a subsidiary of the Office of Academic Support Services. Tutorial Assistant Network 10 is located in room 100C, Buchanan Hall. The telephone number is 256-372-5487. Okay. So the university provides free service for tutorial assistant for courses. Most of the undergrad math courses are included in that category. But you do need to contact 10 office before you visit them, or you can make a schedule appointment with them online. This pandemic condition. They provide, or they have a lot of courses listed for tutorial assistance, including math and English and history. So they have some specific time slots for each course in every week. So, to get help with you particular course, then you have to find out what the time slots are for the course. So you need to contact them first, just call them first and find out when it's available for the course, for the help, and then make an appointment. All right. Grade determination. Okay. So this is just tentative. We still don't know whether the class is online or in person. So depend on the delivery mode. This can be different. There are several parts for the grade. Class activities, 5%. How you perform, how active you are in the class. Homework, 10%, quizzes, 10%, tests, 50% comprehensive final exam 25%. Okay, so the quizzes or homework combined to be 20%, and we usually have one quiz per week, and it's usually on the last day of the class in the last 10 minutes. All right. And the homework, if we have, then that will be we got homework for each section, so that's section by section. So that's different from quizzes. And we usually have 3 to 4 tests during the whole semester. That will be add up to 50% to the final grade, and the final exam is comprehensive and makes 25% of the final grade. So for each part, the points you get will be added up. That give you the percent, percentage for the total scores. If you get 90 or more, that's a grade of A. 80 to 89%, that's B. 70 to 79, that would be C, and 60 to 69% will be D. And less than 60%, that would be F. From time to time, depending on the situation, I may do a little curving for the scores, for the tests or quizzes or whatever they are. And sometimes even at the end of the semester, I do some curving a little bit. And so these are just a guideline for the grade determination. Okay. It can be a little flexible. Any questions about this? Okay, the next table just outlines the course contents and material. We got chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, 6, 8. We may not be able to finish all of them, but we're going to cover most of them, especially chapter 3. That'll be a large part for this course, and it's the most difficult chapter for the whole semester. Okay, so there are some rules for classes. You cannot cheat during the test, quizzes, for example, or plagiarism, fabrication, or whatever, or aiding or abetting academic dishonesty. Okay. Academic misconduct not only includes copying answers from somewhere, from other people, for example, but also if you're trying to help people to cheat, if you share answers with others, that's also cheating. Just remember, that's called aiding in academic dishonesty. So, and academic misconduct is prohibited in schools. Classroom code of conduct, so you can see all of those rules listed in here. But one of the things I do want to emphasize is turn off the cell phone. Sometimes I see people get some analysis from the cell phone. So please turn it off. That will, if you don't, then it may disturb the class. Okay. Deadlines. Okay, so we have some deadlines for the assignments. Obviously, if you miss the deadlines, then there will be some penalties. I usually take off some points when you make up, for example. Any questions about this?
No, sir.
And dress code. Okay, I guess you have seen this before. Just be a little respectful to others during the class. So this is pretty much what I want to say about the syllabus, and I will not cover any material today. We're going to do the actual material starting from Wednesday. Let's see how many people we have. We have 4 people at this point. Hopefully more people will join us on Wednesday when we start the lectures. So I'm not going to do any further lecture in today's class. So I'm going to stop the recording and take the roll before you leave. Okay.